The Ghana national football team, popularly nicknamed as the Black Stars, has represented the Republic of Ghana in association football since the 1950s. Black Stars is administered by the Ghana Football Association, the governing body for football in Ghana and the oldest football association in Africa. Prior to 1957, the team played as the Gold Coast. Although the team did not qualify for the senior FIFA World Cup until 2006, they had qualified for 5 straight Olympic Games football tournaments when the tournament was still a full senior national team competition. The team has won the Africa Cup of Nations 4 times and has been runner-up 4 times. At the 2010 FIFA World Cup in South Africa, they became only the 3rd African team to reach the World Cup quarter-finals. After going through 2005 unbeaten, Ghana national football team won the FIFA Most Improved Team of the Year award and they reached the 2nd round of the 2006 FIFA World Cup. History, Chronicles and Rebirth. The Gold Coast Football Association was founded in 1920, then succeeded by the Ghana Football Association in 1957, and was affiliated to Confederation of African Football and FIFA the following year. On August 19, 1962 at the Accra Sports Stadium, the Black Stars played Spanish giants Real Madrid, who were at the time Spanish champions, former European champions and intercontinental champions, and drew 3-3. Charles Kumi Gyamfi became coach in 1961, and Black Stars won successive Africa Cup of Nations titles, in 1963 and 1965, and achieved their record win, 13-0 away to Kenya, shortly after the second of these. They also reached the final of the tournament in 1968 and 1970, losing 1-0 on each occasion, to Dr. Congo and Sudan respectively. Their domination of this tournament earned the Black Stars team the nicknames of the Black Stars of West Africa, and the Black Stars of Africa in the 1960s. The team had no success in FIFA World Cup qualification during this era, and failed to qualify for 3 successive African Cup of Nations in the 1970s, but qualified for the Olympic Games football tournaments, reaching the quarter-finals in 1964 and withdrawing on political grounds in 1976 but making little progress in continent-wide competitions until 1991. The 1992 African Cup of Nations, after 3 failures to reach the final tournament, saw Black Stars finish second, after an Ivory Coast win on penalty shootout in the final. Continuum. Prior to the year 2000, disharmony among the squad which eventually led to parliamentary and executive intervention to settle issues between 2 squad members, Obidi Peel and Anthony Yeboah in the late 1990s, may have played some part in the failure of the team to build on the successes of the national underage teams in the late 1990s, but a new generation of Black Stars players who went to the 2001 FIFA World Youth Championship final became the core of the team at the 2002 African Cup of Nations, and were undefeated for a year in 2005 and reached the finals of the 2006 FIFA World Cup, the first time the team had reached the global stage of the tournament. Black Stars started by succumbing to a 2-0 defeat to eventual champions Italy, but wins over the Czech Republic and USA saw them through to the second round, where they succumbed to a 3-0 defeat by Brazil. In 2008, Ghana reached a high ranking of 14 according to the FIFA World Rankings. Black Stars went on to secure a 100% record in their qualification campaign, winning the group and becoming the first African team to qualify for 2010 FIFA World Cup. In the final tournament, the team competed in Group D with Germany, Serbia and Australia. Ghana reached the last 16 where they played the USA, winning 2-1 in extra time to become the 3rd African nation to reach the World Cup quarter-finals. The team then lost to Uruguay in a penalty shootout in the quarter-finals, having missed a penalty kick in extra time after a certain goal was prevented by Luis Suarez's deliberate handball, who was then shown a red card for his actions. In 2013 Ghana became the only team in Africa to reach 4 consecutive semi-finals of the CAF Africa Cup of Nations twice, from 1963 and 1970 and from 2008 and 2013. Ghana were sufficiently highly ranked by FIFA to start their qualifying for the 2014 World Cup in the second round. They won the group, and in the following round qualified for the 2014 World Cup finals in November 2013, beating Egypt 7-3 on aggregate in a two-legged playoff. Ghana were drawn in Group G for the finals, where they faced Germany, Portugal, and United States. In April 2014, Ghana were drawn in a tough 2015 Africa Cup of Nations qualification Euro Group E for the 2015 Africa Cup of Nations, where they will face Guinea, Togo, and Equatorial Guinea or Uganda to qualify for the 30th edition of the Africa Cup of Nations at the 2015 Africa Cup of Nations. Team image, grounds and training grounds. There is no home stadium for Black Stars. World Cup and Africa Cup of Nations qualifying matches have been played at the Isaipong Stadium and Sekondi Takoradi Stadium in Sekondi Takoradi, the Len Clay Stadium, Kumasi Sports Stadium and Abrankis Stadium in Kumasi, the Cape Coast Sports Stadium in Cape Coast, the Accra Sports Stadium in the Accra and the Tamale Stadium in Tamale. Some smaller, regional stadia were also used in the 2002 Africa Cup of Nations qualifying and 2004 African Cup of Nations qualification qualifying campaigns. The Black Stars training facilities and training grounds are located at Aguiman Badu Stadium, Birekum Sports Stadium in Brongahafo, the Tema Sports Stadium in Tema and the multifunctional Lizzie Sports Complex in Legon. Media coverage. The Ghanaian nationals are 83% Akan speakers, and about 21% English speakers. Match schedules of the Black Stars are broadcast both in English as in the case of intercontinental matches and in Akan nationally by Viasat-1. And during the scheduled qualification for World Cup 2014 national broadcaster GTV's subdivision of Ghana Broadcasting Corporation broadcast to the Ghana public home qualifiers with away qualifiers broadcast by the Satellite Television Broadcasting Corporation Viasat-1, in which the exhibition match against Turkey in August 2013 was televised by Viasat-1 and the qualifiers for the 2015 Africa Cup of Nations and the 2018 Intercontinental Championships are scheduled for public broadcast by the corporations GFA-TV, GBC and Viasat-1. Kit and Team Crest. The Ghana national football team are currently sporting in an all-white and partly black football kit instead of a kit that coordinates in colours of the Ghana national flag, as in the team's crest and in general, Pan-African colours. The Black Stars' first kit colour choice has been all-white from the years 1950 to 1989, and an introduction of a second kit colour to coordinate with the national flag of Ghana was worn from the years 1990 to 2006, designed with the national colours gold with red and green visibly decorated on its kits. The kit design was also used in the 60s and 70s, and designed with vertical stripes gold, green and red shoulders with introduction of an all-black third kit in 2008 aligning the team's symbol of continuity. Black Star. And in 2014, Black Star's all-black colored kit is to be reassigned to the position of third kit following the induction of a brown with blue and gold colored Black Star's third kit in 2012. The Black Stars' first kit was reconstructed to an all-white and partly black colored kit at the beginning of the 21st century. The Black Star is present on the flag of Ghana and national coat of arms in the center of the primordial national crest. Adopted following the independence of Ghana in 1957, the Black Star has always been included in its kits. The national kit has been sponsored by Puma SE since 2005, with a deal continuing to 2014. Organization and finance. Black Stars is headed by President of the Ghana Football Association Kwasi Nyantakyi, and Vice President Fred Krensil, with Frank Davis as Director of Football, and Edward Boer as Treasurer. The Ghana Football Association signed a Ghana $92.2 million deal with Ghanaian state-run Oil and Gas Exploration Corporation, Ghana National Petroleum Corporation, to sponsor Black Stars, and the renewable contract saw the Oil and Gas Exploration Corporation become the global headline sponsor of Black Stars, with a yearly Black Stars players' salary wage bill, following the gold mining corporations. Ashanti Goldfields Corporation, Goldfields Ghana Limited, which has been sponsoring Black Stars since 2005. On August 28, 2013, Ghana Football Association launched its TV channel and TV program called GFA TV, thus becoming the first football association on the Africa continent to launch its own TV program and TV network, which has the exclusive rights and television rights to the broadcasting of all the Black Stars matches. In November 2013, Black Stars signed a 2013 Euro 2015 Ghana £30.6 million and an additional classified multi-million private bank sponsorship deal with 100% wholly owned Ghanaian state-run private banking institution Unibank. Supporters: Black Stars maintains an average stadium match attendance of 60,000 plus and an average stadium match attendance high of 80,000 plus, such as in the case of the Black Stars 2010 FIFA World Cup quarter-final against Uruguay, in which was attended by 84,017 spectators. Ghana's match against England on March 29, 2011 had the largest away following for any association football national team since the reopening of Wembley Stadium in 2007. The match was watched by 700 million people around the world. Following the team's appearances at the 2006 and 2010 World Cup tournaments, they were greeted by several hundred dancing and singing at Kotoka International Airport in Accra. Rivalries: Black Stars' main footballing rivalry is with Super Eagles. The battle of supremacy on the Gulf of Guinea is between two of the most successful teams on the African continent. The proximity of the two countries to each other, a dispute between the different association football competitions, and a non-sporting dispute between Ghana and Nigeria, in which Ghana battles Nigeria in contention for the supremacy of the whole of West Africa zone and for the more territorial domain of sub-Saharan Africa, add to this rivalry. In books and popular culture, products including books, documentary films, Azonto dances and songs have been made in the name of the Ghana national football team. These may be intended with commercial motives but are focused on previous and future World Cups or Africa Cup of Nations tournaments. Books have been published on the team's participation in major tournaments. Ghana, The Rediscovered Soccer Might, Watch Out World. About the history and performance of Black Stars and also all the major association football national teams that Black Stars has ever played against. The Black Stars of Ghana, unregistered trademark by Alan Whelan. About Black Stars commencing their progress through the final rounds of the 2010 World Cup and into the quarter-finals, the principles of modern soccer coaching, unregistered trademark by Ben Kufai. About the association football tactics and skills and principles involved in winning association football matches by Ghanaian FIFA and CAF executive Ben Kufai. Documentary films. In 2010, Miracle Films Ghana Limited showcased a vintage documentary film picture, Kwame Nkrumah and Ghana's Black Stars, about Osagyefo Kwame Nkrumah, Africa's man of the second millennium, and Pan-African pioneer, who invested a lot of energy into making Ghana's association football national team the Black Stars a force in African football. Nickname: the Black Star Line, a shipping industry line incorporated by the founder of the Back to Africa movement, civil rights movement leader Marcus Garvey, and the organizer of the Universal Negro Improvement Association and African Communities League from 1919 to 1922, gives the Ghana national football team their nicknames, the Black Stars of West Africa and the Black Stars of Africa. Dances: upon Black Stars scoring against opposition teams, dance forms of the worldwide popular Ghanaian Azonto were performed by Black Stars players in their goal celebrations in match victories at the 2010 World Cup, and in 2013, a new elite dance version of the Ghanaian Azonto named Akan, Munko, was established and showcased at the 2013 Africa Cup of Nations by the Black Stars players. Black Stars goal celebrations in match victories at the 2014 World Cup into the 2014 World Cup finals and upon scoring against opposition teams, are to establish and showcase Al-Qaeda. Songs: on occasions of past and future World Championships or African Championships, a number of Ghanaian musicians with music producers create generic hip-life songs which are composed in the Akan language. The 2006 World Cup song, Akan, Tuntum Nsoroma Tuntum, musical composed by the Musicians Union of Ghana, is to motivate the Black Stars to perform creditably in their quest for the capturing of the World Cup trophy. Black Stars captain and second top goal scorer Asamoah Gyan recorded and released a hip-life song with Castro the Destroyer, where he features under the alias Baby Jet. The song is entitled African Girls, and is sang in the Akan language and was launched onto the Ghanaian screens, continental West Africa screens and onto the sub-Saharan Africa screens. The music video showed the famous Asamoah Gyan dance goal celebration which he demonstrated at the 2010 World Cup and in the Premier League. The song African Girls won an award at the Ghana Music Awards in 2011. The 2010 World Cup song, Ghana Black Stars, composed by Ghanaian hip-life music group Kings and Queens Entertainment, approved by the Ghana Football Association, as the GFA has indicated that the Black Stars are a protected brand. Personnel, current technical staff. Last updated, June 2014. Source, Ghana Football Association official website. Former head coaches. Since 1957 Ghana have had 32 different head coaches and 3 caretakers. CK Gyamfi is the most successful of these, leading Black Stars to 3 Africa Cup of Nations titles, in 1963, 1965 and 1982, making Gyamfi the joint most successful coach in the competition's history. Fredo Samdoodu led Black Stars to their 1978 Africa Cup of Nations title. Ratomir Dejavia, Milovan Rajvac, and current coach, James Kwesi Appiah, have all led Black Stars to World Cup qualification. Players, current squad. The following 23 players were named for the 2014 FIFA World Cup match date. June 26, 2014. Opposition, a Portugal competition, 2014 FIFA World Cup caps and goals correctors of, June 26, 2014, including the match against Portugal. Recent call-ups, the following players were part of a selection and or have been called up in the last 12 months, notes, INJ equals withdrew because of injury, RET equals retired from international football, equals currently injured. Youth teams. The Football Association of Ghana administers several national teams at different age levels between 16 and 23 years of age. Under 23. The under-23 level from the 1992 Summer Olympics competes in Olympic football tournaments, football at the All-Africa Games, CAF U23 Championship, and is restricted to using players aged 23 years and under. The football at the Olympic Games is thus considered as an under-23 World Cup and since the Olympic Games of 1992. The under-23 level has participated in 5 Olympic Games, becoming the first African team to win an Olympic medal when they won bronze in 1992. Under-20. The under-20 level is considered as the feeder level to the Black Stars senior squad and has competed at the FIFA U20 World Cup since its inception in the 1970s. The under-20 level captured the FIFA U20 World Cup in 2009 after defeating Brazil for a Euro 3 on penalties after the match finished 0-0 in extra time, and becoming the first on the Africa continent to do so. The under-20 level has been champions of the African Youth Championship 3 times, in 1995, 1999 and 2009, as well as twice runners-up in 2001 and 2013. Under-17. The under-17 level is the youngest level and players chosen may not be more than 17 years of age. The team represents Ghana in the FIFA U17 World Cup. The under-17 team have twice been FIFA U17 World Cup champions, in 1991 and 1995. Additionally, they finished as runners-up on 2 occasions, 1993 and 1997. The under-17 level has participated in 8 of the 15 tournaments of the FIFA U17 World Cup, debuting in Scotland 1989 FIFA U16 World Championship and dominating the FIFA U17 World Cup competition in the 1990s, where they reached 4 consecutive finals. They also twice won the African U17 Championship. Competitive records. Africa Cup of Nations record. Ghana have won the Africa Cup of Nations 4 times, in 1963, 1965, 1978, and 1982, equal with Cameroon and bettered only by Egypt. As the first winner of 3 Nations Cup tournaments, Ghana obtained the right to permanently hold the trophy in 1978. The Black Stars have qualified for the tournament 19 times in total, finishing as runners-up 4 times, third once, and fourth 3 times. Africa Cup of Nations record, denotes place was determined by penalty kicks. Gold background color indicates that the team won the tournament. Red border color indicates the team was a host nation. African Nations Championship record, Ghana has competed in all 3 African Nations Championship tournaments held to date, twice finishing as runners-up. West African Nations Cup and WAFU Nations Cup record, Olympic record. World Cup record. The Black Stars have qualified for 3 FIFA World Cup tournaments. 2006, 2010 and 2014. In 2006, Ghana were the only African side to advance to the second round of the FIFA World Cup in Germany and were the 6th nation in a row from Africa to progress beyond the group stages of the World Cup. The Black Stars had the youngest team in the FIFA World Cup 2006 with an average age of 23 years and 352 days, and were praised for their improving performance. FIFA ranked Ghana 13th out of the 32 countries who competed in the tournament. In the 2010 World Cup, Ghana progressed beyond the group stages of the World Cup in South Africa, and reached the quarter-finals where they were eliminated by Uruguay. The Black Stars were defeated on penalty shootout after Luis Suarez handballed on the goal line deep into extra time, preventing a certain winning goal. Of the 32 countries that participated in the 2010 FIFA World Cup, FIFA ranked Ghana 7th. After beating Egypt 7-3 on aggregate in November 2013, Ghana qualified for the 2014 World Cup in Brazil. They were drawn in Group G with Germany, USA and Portugal. For the first time Ghana fell in the group stage, tying Germany 2-2 and losing to both the United States and Portugal by 2-1. Team honours, last updated February 1, 2014, Continental Tournaments. Africa Cup of Nations, winners, 1963, 1965, 1978, 1982, runners-up, 1968, 1970, 1992, 2010, African Nations Championship, runners-up, 2009, 2014, All Africa Games, 3rd place, 1978, Continental Sub-Region, Jalco Cup, winners, 1953, 1955, 1957, 1959, runners-up, 1951, 1954, 1956, 1958, and Nkrumah Cup, winners, 1959, 1960, 1963, Azakai Cup, winners, 1961, 1962, 1965, 1966, 1967, West African Nations Cup, winners, 1982, 1983, 1984, 1986, 1987, Sedi Cup, 3rd place, 1991, WAFU Nations Cup, winner, 2013, 3rd place, 2010, other tournaments and cups, Uganda Independence Tournament 1962, winner, 1962, Independence Cup 1964, winner, 1964, Pestabulema Dakar, runners-up, 1982, Addis Ababa 25th Anniversary Tournament 1983, winner, 1983, Burkina Faso Tournoi Amical, winner, 1984, Samuel Kado Cup 1986, runners-up, 1986, Black Stars Tournament 1993, 3rd, 1993, Egypt Tournament 1994, winner, 1994, Great Artificial River Championship 1999, runners-up, 1999, LG Cup, 3rd, 2003, Four-Nation Tournament, winner, 2007, Liberian Independence Anniversary Tournament 2010, winner, 2010, other awards, African National Team of the Year winners, 1983, 2006, 2010, FIFA Most Improved Team of the Year Award winner, 2005, team schedule and results. These are Black Stars' forthcoming 2014 African Nations Championship, 2015 Africa Cup of Nations qualification, international friendly, and 2014 World Cup a Euro Group G matches. Key, AAAA a winner, AAAA a draw, AAAA a loss. For the 2013 Black Stars schedule and results, see Ghana National Football Team 2013. Former players. See Ghana international footballers for all Ghanaian internationals with a Wikipedia article. Ghanaian international Abedi Iupil was named African Footballer of the Year 3 times, in 1991, 1992 and 1993, a number only bettered by Samuel Eto'o. He was also included in the CAF Golden Jubilee Best Players poll, CAF Best Footballer of the Century and FIFA 100 lists. Ibrahim Sunday, in 1971, and Karim Abdul Razak, in 1978, are also winners of the African Footballer of the Year award, and Razak, Anthony Yeboah, Samuel Kuffour, and Michael Essien were included CAF Golden Jubilee Best Players poll along with Abedi Peel. See also, Ghana Player of the Year, references, notes. Footnotes. Titles chronology, last updated November 28, 2013, external links, myGhanaBlackStars.com, an online resource on the Ghana Black Stars, Ghana Football Association official site, Ghana list of international matches at RSSSF, Ghana at FIFA.com.